So today we will take care of second method of finding mean, which is called assumed mean method. Assumed mean method. This is the second way, beta. All right. I'll explain you with the help of an example directly. Will be explained using example. I'm taking one example from the book only. Let me just take care of question number 5 of exercise 14.1. Okay. I'll be making my table here itself. We are given in a retail market, fruit vendors were selling mangoes kept in packing boxes. These boxes contain varying number of mangoes. The following was the distribution of mangoes according to the number of boxes. So there are 15 boxes in which there are 50 to 52 mangoes. There are 115 boxes in which the number of mangoes is 59 to 61. So likewise, are you able to read it?
Yes.
Yes. So number of mangoes, as you can see, there is a range. So this will be considered as your class interval, bete. 50 to 52, 53 to 55, 56 to 58, 59 to 61, 62 to 64. Children, let me know, is the data grouped one? Is it a group data?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Isn't it a group data?
Ma'am, it is
That
a group data, but it's discontinuous.
It is not
Discontinuous
group data.
Discontinuous.
yes, please be aware that this is grouped but discontinuous. Are we supposed to make it continuous? Is there any need?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Is there any need to make it
No,
continuous?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Continuous, because we saw in yesterday's class that xi's are unaffected. Xi, that is class mark, will remain unaffected whether you make it continuous or discontinuous. So why to make our why to waste our time and get into that? So this is our question. We have to find mean number of things. We will be having a solution table with us. For making solution table, I'm just drawing a line here. Now, beta, number of boxes means which variable?
Frequency.
Fi.
MFI.
Now, what is the first step? I need to know that 15 boxes contain how many mangoes. So, what do I need to calculate first of all?
Class mark.
Class
Xi.
mark.
Some
Size.
X.
Lower plus upper divided by 2. Lower plus upper divided by 2. Now 50 and 52, what is the midpoint?
51.
51.
51.
51.
51.
The next one, 53 to 55.
54.
54.
57.
57.
60.
63.
63.
63. All right. Now, if we are supposed to do it by direct method, please understand the difference now. If we are supposed to do it by direct method, we will be multiplying Fi and Xi's.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Summation Fi Xi, here's summation Fi, and we will apply the formula and get it done. But we are going to do it with assumed mean method. Now I tell you, why would we prefer assumed mean method for this question? Can you see the values are large, beta?
Yes,
The values
Ma'am.
values are large. We would like to make our calculation simpler. Why to multiply so much? Right? So for that method, we are going to assume mean. As the name says, assumed mean method, we will assume. We have to find mean. But before finding mean, we will assume a value in our mind. You know, in real life also we make certain assumptions about certain situations or about certain people. We assume that this is going to happen like this. ऐसे हो जाएगा. We do assumptions. But is it like that कि whatever we are assuming in our mind, it is happening exactly the same way? Or there are
No.
little variations here and there? There could be little variations here and
Ma'am, little variation.
yes, but
And
our
little
assumptions are more or less like कि हम इस situation को ऐसे handle कर लेंगे. So more or less we are mentally prepared to deal with the particular situation in a particular way. Yes, little flexibility is there, here and there we can do. So here also, beta, as the name says, assumed mean method. That means we are going to have an assumption of mean value in our mind. We will say, let this be the mean. Let this be the mean for this particular question. And then we will do certain calculations around our assumed mean, and we will get to know whether our assumption was correct or is it less than that or more than that. But the calculation will be easier. One thing. So assumed mean means we are assuming mean before starting the question. Question कहता है find mean. हम find mean करने की जगह सबसे पहले assume कर लेते हैं. Let this be the mean. Okay? Are you with me till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Second thing. Question columns. These two are question columns. You cannot alter question. आप question को change नहीं कर सकते हैं. Whatever you are getting in the question paper, you are not at liberty to make changes in the question. Why I am using this statement? Because certain children start assuming mean here. कुछ बच्चे यहाँ assume कर लेते हैं mean. No. Whatever is your solution, you are going to make changes in that. You are going to make assumptions in that. Question में आप कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते. Whatever is question given to you, you have to deal with that as it is. Whatever assumptions you want to make, you will be able to make those assumptions in your solution table, because solution table is yours. वो आपका right है. आप कुछ भी कीजिए उसमें. ठीक है? So what I'm going to do is, we know that mean would lie between 50 to 64. The minimum value is 50, the maximum value is 64. So mean would lie between 50 to 64, beta? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Mean would lie between 50 to 64. Now this is my XI, my class marks. These are my class marks. So here only I'm going to assume, like how many entries are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So preferably the middle value can be taken as mean. Now suppose there had been 5 values. Suppose एक और होता 6 होते. So you could have taken either 57 or 60. Hardly matters. Hardly matters. But when there are odd number of entries, preferably take the middle one. Interesting part is अगर आप topmost या lowermost भी ले लोगे तो भी it's okay. You will get the correct answer. But when we are assuming something, we should assume the middle way. Na? Mean is average. So what would be the average of these 6? 57.
57.
57.
Assume this as my mean. I'm highlighting it. You have to highlight it in the table and write this equal to A, small a. Small a is the variable for assumed mean. That is what I have assumed. Okay? Is that okay? अब चलो
Yes.
एक छोटी सी story discuss करते हैं situation. Suppose there are 5 friends. There are 5 friends. One is having 51 rupees. The other one is having 54 rupees. Third one is having 57. Fourth is 60. Fifth is 63. Okay. So these 5 friends are having respective money like this. Now they are going to market. They want to eat something. They want to have some light snacks from the market. Now they are calculating. They are calculating what is the total money with us and how much can we spend on each. Irrespective of the fact कि मेरे पास कम है, आपके पास ज़्यादा है, we are ready, we are willing to share. We are willing to share. So the mean of these 5 marks will be 57. So what is the average? कि on an average, each one of us can have maximum 57 rupees का snack. क्योंकि 57 का अगर 58 का भी स्नैक है, they don't have that much money in all. Are you getting my point? उन पांचों का पैसा मिला के if you divide by 5, they can spend 57 on each. तो अब डिस्कशन शुरू हुआ भाई, इसके पास तो एग्जैक्ट 57 है. Now this one is having less money. So how much this friend is borrowing from the other one? कितना उसको borrow करना पड़ेगा?
6
6
Rupees. And borrow, किसी से उधार लेना, is a negative thing or a positive thing in maths? Not
negative.
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 negative sign because ये कम है. So minus 6. 54. The one who is having 54, but उसने order तो 57 rupees का कर दिया. Is negative or positive? He has to borrow or lend money.
borrow
Borrow.
How much?
3 rupees.
3
3
rupees.
rupees.
3 rupees. Borrowing in maths will be represented by which symbol?
Minus
Which,
3.
Minus 3.
Minus
minus 3. The one who is having 60. अब इसने तो 57 का स्नैक enjoy कर लिया. इसके पास 3 rupees extra है. This one is going to give 3 rupees to 54.
Yes, ma'am.
Plus
plus
+3.
Is lending money, giving money to other one.
Plus
So positive or negative?
Ma'am,
Positive.
Positive 3.
Positive 3. And likewise 63 is also having surplus money. 57 is having 63. Hanji,
Yes.
how many?
6
Ma'am,
rupees.
+6.
Positive 3.
plus 6.
Why I am telling you this story? Because children get confused in the exam whether this is negative or this is positive or this is negative, this is positive, what? They at times get confused. Abhi, I'm not giving you the formula, but I have set the base for the formula. Are you getting my point? If you keep this story in mind कि this is our average, इतने पैसे खर्च करने हैं, इसको borrow करने पड़ेंगे because this is having less and it is having more, so it is going to give to others. So ये positive side पे है, ये negative side पे. And this one, no borrowing, no lending. No borrowing, no lending, nothing. So what is the number that represents this situation? No profit,
0.
no loss.
Ma'am,
Zero.
0.
Zero.
Ma'am, 0.
Very, very good. So I am going to introduce here the next column, which is represented by DI. Now here D is for deviation. What is the meaning of deviation in English? If you open the dictionary, what does deviation means?
You get deviated from a path.
Get deviated from path. So now what is the meaning of deviated? When we say you are getting deviated from your path, what does it mean?
Some
I'm
distraction.
getting away.
अलग होना.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Acha, in physics also you must have done incident line, reflected ray, deviated ray.
Yes.
Have you heard?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Deviated ray means when there is a change in medium, you are using glass slab. When there is a change in medium, refraction जब आप पढ़ते हैं, do you
Yes,
see
ma'am.
the deviation path
Yes,
of
ma'am.
ray? Now, what is that deviation? What does that deviation there mean?
Angle.
Deviation
Angle of
means change.
deviation.
So this is a glass slab, light ray is coming like this. There is a change in medium. So the path of the light will get deviated. वो अपने रास्ते से हट जाएगी. उसका रास्ता change हो जाएगा and you will observe that from here it is coming at a different angle out. So deviation means change. Deviated path means change in path. Right? So here also the values are going to be changed. So that is why the word given is deviation. Deviation, and what is the formula? आपने बोला बेटा कि यहाँ -6 आएगा. How are we getting -6? Can anybody tell me?
57 minus
Ma'am,
51.
average.
Be clear कि -6 होना है. Now -6 is 57 minus 51 or 51 minus 57?
51 minus
57.
minus
I want you to derive formula on own ताकि तुम्हें रटना नहीं पड़े. So 51 minus 57, you know -6 आएगा. वो कर्जे में है 6 रुपए के. -6. 51 minus 57. So what is going to be the formula for deviation? 51 is what? किसको क्या है ये?
xi minus a.
Xi
What is
xi
57?
minus a.
Minus a.
minus a.
Yes. xi minus.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I minus a. So this is my deviation. Okay. So let me just calculate the entire table. First one is minus. You need not show 51 minus 57. You can directly write minus 6 in exam. आपको steps दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can do in mind and just write straight away. Okay. So what will be the next one? 54
54 minus 57.
4 minus 57. 4 minus 57.
I don't have to write 54 minus 57. Just put it directly minus 3. 7 minus 57 would be
0.
0.
3.
3, 6.
Plus.
We have made changes in our solution table. Again, I am repeating, question को हम touch नहीं कर सकते. We cannot make any change in the question. हम अपनी मर्जी से तो question paper set नहीं कर सकते ना बेटा. We can't do that. We have to follow whatever the question is given to us. So we have made changes in xi. We have modified it. Mentally, get rid of xi. मैं यहाँ हल्का सा इसको strike off कर देती हूँ slightly so that we know we don't have to deal with xi anymore in the question. Bye. Tata bye bye. Xi's are gone from our mind because xi's are being shifted to changed to di. So
Di.
I told you that in each of the methods of calculating mean, one column will be added. So till yesterday, till we were doing till xi's, now we have one more column di. So the next step would be now to multiply fi and di. Yesterday in the direct method, we were multiplying fi and xi. अब fi xi नहीं है. Xi's are being replaced by which variable?
di.
Di.
We shall find fi di. We shall find fi di. Okay, beta. So let us multiply. What is 15 into minus 6?
Minus 90.
110 into minus 3.
Minus 330.
135 into 0.
0.
115 into 3.
345.
25 into 6.
150.
Can you see, children, just by making this assume method mean this one and finding deviation, we are able to multiply these two columns orally. Had we done it with direct method, these values, big ones, हमें तो rough work करना पड़ता है ना calculation के लिए. I cannot multiply 135 and 57 orally. I would have to use a rough column for the calculations. But these calculations are handy, can be done manually in mind. Okay. Now the next step would be finding summation fi di. Not fi xi. Xi तो चले गए. Tata bye bye हो गए. So fi di. Taking care of negative and positive separately, please tell me what it should be. I have minus 330 and minus 90 makes it minus 420 plus
495.
95. So ultimately what I am getting, it can be negative also in the end.
75.
What I am getting?
75.
75. So this is equal to 75. Final value is 75. I need summation fi also. What is summation fi? Please add 5, 5, 5, 5, 20. 3, 4, 7,
400.
400. Okay. Just a note for you to understand. Di can be 0, negative, positive. अगर सबके पास 57 होते तो 0 होता ना, कोई उधार लेना देना नहीं है तो 0. अगर ज्यादा उधार दिया है तो नेगेटिव आएगा, ज्यादा पैसे आए हैं तो पॉजिटिव आएगा, डिपेंड्स. So summation fi is 400. Now what should be the next step according to you? Any guesses?
Summation FIDI upon summation.
Summation FIDI by
Summation FIDI upon.
Yes. Next step would be to find summation fi di upon summation fi, and this should be equal to what?
mean X bar.
Mean X.
Now here understand. This is not mean. Mean was summation fi xi upon summation fi. So xi's थे तो x bar था. यहाँ di's है. So it will be
D bar.
D bar.
D bar is not mean. Mean तो x bar ही है. पहले we will calculate D bar, and with the help of D bar we will reach to x bar in a different way. Let us see to that. First let us find D bar. So this is 75 upon. Hanji beta. Anything you can do about it? In the table of 25, if we cancel 3 upon 16 and 3 upon 16, I would like you to divide first in the decimal form. Hurry up. In the chat box, fast. 3 by 16. Shall I divide for you? It will not come. So decimal will be placed. 0 will be there. 16. Find up till 2 places of decimal, not much. Hanji. Which place?
0.18.
Ma'am, 1/8.
0.18.
Need not go further. 2 places of decimal, more than enough. Now we have calculated D bar. Alright. Aim क्या है find करना? Obviously B clear
X bar.
नहीं, आप इसको X bar लिख दो. X bar cannot be 0.18. X bar has to be greater than 50, smaller than 64. Now focus here. DI क्या था बेटा? XI minus A. Right? This is my rough work. DI was XI minus A. So DI क्यों replace कर दो D bar से? XI will be replaced by X bar minus A. From here, can you tell me what should be X bar?
Bar plus A.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? Rearrange.
D bar plus A.
D bar plus A. In this column, you have taken away 57 from all of them. अगर आप मैंने इन 5 फ्रेंड से 57 उधार ले लिया तो इन दी एंड मुझे 57 रिटर्न भी करना है ना. I have to return them also. So whatever was taken, 57 was taken from them. Now I have to return 57 to them. I have to return 57 to them. So D bar is 0.18 and A is 7.
50.
So what is my mean?
57.18.
57.18.
Got it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that is how we are going to do assumed mean method.